What's a voter ID got to do with what we're looking at? Don't tell me it gets more scary.
So it gets scarier because some of the techniques I use are hacker techniques, which come from my web application pen testing days, which is if you have a website like this, so voter information in the US is public record, as long as you know basic stuff. For example, in Florida, you need to know a person's first name, last name, and date of birth. If you know that, you unlock a fourth piece of information, which is their home address. And that home address, by the way, is true because this is a government website. Technically you can't lie to the government. It's a crime because they do take your driver's license when you're registering to vote, and whatever address is in there, which has to be your home address in at least most of the states. Some you can mask, but most you can't. So I know that if I can unlock whatever's at the end of this website, I'll get a true home address of my target. So government information is great. So let's pick on an example like Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Because he's a public figure, I know his date of birth. So let's put that in here. So before I put that in here, here's how things happen. If I put in something incorrect, the website will say incorrect, try again. And it'll only give me a hit when everything is correct. So what I do is I can automate this. All I need to know is, first name, last name, I know. Let's say I didn't know his date of birth. I could use a software like Burp Suite to automate this form 1,000 times. Instead of using Burp Suite, remember I said always have multiple ways to do the same thing. I found a new software that does the same thing called Kado. It's gaining a lot of ground nowadays. It's free, and it's in some cases it's better. It doesn't have a lot of options. But what I do here is, and I'll just show you a shortcut of what's happening. The moment I hit send, there's a post request that goes through. At the bottom of this post request, you see the website is sending the first name, Dwayne Johnson, and it's sending a date of birth, 5/2, which is the correct month and day. And I don't know the year, so I'm doing 1970. And the last piece I want to iterate through. I want to try multiple years of birth. So what I do here is under the right tab here, I start with 60, so 1960 to 1999. I want to try all the different years, and maybe I'll get one hit. And I click on run, and you see how quick that was.
That's crazy.
It actually went through 40 requests in just a click, not even a second.
Yep.
And it's really fast. And I look at the status and the length. So the length is all the same. It's 21,000 bytes long. And all of them are the same except one. This is 16,000. So that's my odd one out, which is 64. But let me arrange it by length. I see actually two that are the odd ones out, 64 and 72. We know from the Google search 72 is his real date of birth. And if I actually scroll down here to the response, I can actually press Control F and say Dwayne and hit enter. It shows me Dwayne Douglas Johnson. That was one of the results. And I'll show you the actual result in a second. And then the other one was Dwayne Eric Johnson. So apparently there are two Dwayne Johnsons with the same day and month, but different year of birth. So at least I can look at two of them and figure that out. Yeah, so if I scroll back to the voter registry info, now I don't have to guess. I know exactly what to type in here. So Dwayne Johnson, and the date of birth was 5/2/1972, right? 72. And click on I understand, click submit. And now I get his home address, street address, zip code, county name, voter ID. And that's what I was after. It's sort of like a math problem for me. Solve for, Y or whatever. I know A, B, and C. And once I plug those in, I can just iterate through one of them as a variable. And now I get the home address. This works surprisingly well in most voter registry websites. And I would say the way around this for websites is to put a CAPTCHA. If you simply put a CAPTCHA, it's going to stop this technique. It'll just make it a little bit harder for me. I can bypass CAPTCHAs as well, but it would just make it that much more difficult. But that's how I would use hacker tools like Burp Suite or Kado to automate my results and get to where I have to. Instead of trying 1,000 times, I can use stuff like this. And again, the goal of this is to open up your minds and saying, where else can I use this? If this website worked, what about vehicle lookup website, or what about some other government records, or something else that's open to the public, but they ask way too much information, 5 pieces of information, and I have 4. The 5th one will take me 1,000 attempts. You give up, but not really.